hand. All right. Bobby, please sing the three mantra.
Jai Sachidananda.
Jai Sachidananda.
Namo Vitragai, Namo Dihantanam, Namo Sitanam, Namo Ayariya, Namo Vasayanam, Namo Losasaunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Savapavapanashano, Mangalana Chasavisim, Padamam Kavaima. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Sachidanam. Namo Vidrama. Namo Arihata. Namo Sitanam. Namo Aya. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro. Savapavapanashano. Mangalana Chasavesim. Padamam Kavai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Sachidanam. Namo Vidrama. Namo Vidrama. Namo Sitanam. Namo Ayariya. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro. Savapavapanashano. Mangalana Chasavesim. Padamam Kavai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Sachidanam. Jai Sachidanam. Jai Sachidanam. Jai Sachidanam.
Jai Sachidananda. Wonderful.
Jai Sachidananda.
Wonderful. All right. So, to recapitulate, we did what we did in the last session.
Page 44, and the title was Except Alma Pura, the rest is Moha.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Let me see here. And so those three headings were covered, and we come to page 44 now. No? Moha. We were trying to understand Moha in all its aspects, you know.
Estuvimos moja, estuvimos tratando de entenderlo en todos sus aspectos. ¿Me escuchan bien?
Yes, can you? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Sí, Patri.
Gracias.
And 46. And we talked about Moh. The last heading was Moh, which will not obstruct you, you see. Moha of the kind which will not create any problems for us, which is the Moh for Moha for the Gnani, the Satsang, and the Ama.
Yes. Moja, quien no te creará obstrucciones, es el del Gnani, el Satsang y las Agnas.
Now today's new heading is the Charitra, or the what we call C capital conduct towards the self, you see. So that's the new heading. What is the conduct of the awakened one who is moving in the direction of the self? And that is otherwise called Atma Charitra. Atma Charitra. Charitra is another word that you'll have to get used to. Charitra means in relative world means good conduct, you know, good conduct. Good visible conduct is called good character. You know, the man is straight, the woman is straight, good conduct, a charitra. But, you know, and charitra for a woman means that she is loyal to her husband. You see, that's charitra. And that is in the relative. See, that all of that is in the relative. Now, Atma Charitra is a totally different thing from all of this that I just mentioned.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ahora vamos a ver Charitra, que es conducta con mayúsculas hacia el ser. Entonces, ¿cuál es la conducta que los seres despiertos para llegar a alcanzar el ser? Y se llama Atma Charitra. Y acá sería la buena conducta visible, el buen carácter, el ser recto, y para las mujeres ser leales al marido. Y esto es en lo relativo. Atma Charitra es diferente.
Laukik means worldly charitra, that which we observe in the world, Laukik charitra, and aLaukik means charitra of the self, you see, self charitra, aLaukik charitra. The other, she says, Atma Charitra has not, the world has not seen Atma Charitra. This is now the Satsang of Dada that is beginning. The world has not seen Atma Charitra. Whatever is seen in this worldly interaction between you and me, or every one of us, or everyone in the world, is Laukik Charitra, that Charitra of the world, conduct defined by the world, you know. Oh, this is bad conduct. Oh, this is good conduct. But that is Charitra. Good, bad conduct is worldly conduct, you know. Nobody can continue to do good conduct all the time. There is something that comes out, you see. That is, you know, bad in the eyes of the world.
Yes. Laukik es Charitra mundano y aLaukik es el Charitra del ser. Y Dada dice que el mundo nunca vio esta conducta del Atmacharitra. Lo que se ve en la interacción mundana es el charitra o la conducta mundana, ¿no? De lo que es bueno o es malo. Y frente a las cosas que surgen que no son buenos, no se mantiene el estado.
Dadashri says, the world has not seen Atma Charitra, Ama Charitra, Ama conduct, even in their dreams, because, you know, they cannot see it even in their dreams. How can they really can see when they wake up from the dream and, you know, they're moving about in this world? Oh, this. They have not really seen what the conduct of the Lord is. The conduct of the Lord or the Atma Charitra is, you see. aLaukik Charitra. aLaukik means out of this world. It does not exist anywhere else in this world except where there is a living, walking God. aLaukik Charitra. aLaukik Charitra.
Yes. Dada dice que el Atmacharitra es la conducta que ni siquiera es vista en sueños, no es vista por el mundo, no existe la visión de la conducta, de poder ver al Lord. aLaukik no es vista, solo es vista en un Dios vivo caminante.
And so, so Dada, then what do you call? You just said people have not seen it even in their dreams. Then Dada, what do you call that Charitra? What is it that you're talking about, Dada?
Le preguntan a Dada, ¿y cómo es lo que llamas Charitra? ¿Cómo es?
So Dada, she says, step by step, when you move towards the conduct as the self, where step by step, when you all, means awakened ones, all of us, move more towards the conduct, C capital conduct, as the self. That means now you're moving away from the world. Here is the world. Here is Absolute Amapura. And you are now going in this direction. You're moving away from that world and you're now going in this direction, you see. And then in that movement towards the purest of, towards the absolute one, the pure one, Atmacharitra, the conducts which is called Atmacharitra, start rising, you see. They start waking up, standing up. And that movement from Soya Amapura to Soya Absolute Amapura, that moment is associated with Atmacharitra. That is called Charitra. That is really called Charitra, Dada.
Dada responde, es paso a paso, es la conducta del ser despierto que va a la conducta como el ser. Eh, en el mundo vas como que el mundo está acá y te mueves y vas en dirección al alma pura, ¿no? Como que sales de lo mundano. Y en ese momento el ser puro, Atma Charitra, esa conducta comienza a surgir. Y en ese momento de soy alma pura, ir a la absolutamente alma pura, esa es la conducta, el Charitra, que el que habla Dada.
See? And this Atma Charitra, this conduct as the self, does not arise as long as one believes I am Damian, I am Fabiana. You see? And as long as there is entrenchment in I am this body, as long as I'm entrenched in I am this body, this is happening to me, I have to do this, I have to do that, it will not arise. But that what there is the Laukik, the worldly conduct, and then now you give up, you walk, you don't give it up, but internally you're walking towards absolute Amapura, okay, which and it is on. That means now your entrenched belief, I am Damian, I am Fabiana, is gone. You see, it's long gone, and and you are. And now the aLaukik means it doesn't belong to this world. You know, it doesn't belong to this world. Yeah, this aLaukik Charitra begins to rise. See?
Yes. La conducta del ser, mientras que estemos arraigados, no va a surgir mientras que estemos como enganchados con yo soy Damián, yo soy Sofía, yo soy este cuerpo, me sucede esto, tengo que hacer aquello. Es como que no te terminas de rendir, pero sigues yendo hacia el alma pura. Entonces, en esto, que de estar pegoteado con lo relativo, se va mientras que sigue yendo al alma pura. Y aLaukik no pertenece a este mundo. aLaukik es Charitra, que va surgiendo en este camino.
Yeah, so this, you see, this also is a very subtle, invisible spectrum of that which is happening within each one of us. It is invisible. It cannot be seen by others. Others can only see what Damian or Fabi does from morning till evening. You see, they cannot see this that is invisible, but it is really growing day by day. And all that silent conducts that arise in going towards Ama, okay, in going towards Ama, this is called Atmacharitra. Ultimately it will merge here. It will totally merge here. You see, ultimately it will totally be the total conduct as the self, you see. So this is Dadashri's description of this Gnan within us, which is moving towards conduct as the self, you see.
Esto es también sutil e invisible y no puede ser visto, no puede ser visto ni en Fabián, ni en Damiana, en Fabiana, Damián, lo que hacen, y esto crece día a día en ellos y los lleva y surge esta conducta silenciosa del alma, de Atma Charitra, y es la total conducta del ser. Esta descripción de dada de este Gnan que nos lleva, que nos conduce a la conducta del ser.
Okay, all right. And thank you, Damian. He is typing all of these things in English. So the next heading, the other one is just finished, you see. Yeah. In more, the conduct that arises in the process of moving towards the self. Now, we're still in the same chapter, but a different heading. Atma Charitra means, Atma Charitra, conduct as a self means. So the questioner is asking now, what is Atma Charitra, Dada? What is Atma Charitra? And
como la conducta del ser, la conducta surge para ir hacia el ser, y esto es Atma Charitra, el título, ¿no? Y le preguntan a Dada, ¿qué es Atma Charitra, Dada?
And Dadashri says simply, see and know what is going on inside. And beyond that, nothing, zero. Just see what is going on inside and know. You see? And nothing else. That's all. And that is going on continuously. When this thing inside, my friends, and seeing inside and knowing what's going on inside, when that becomes continuous, then it is called Atma Charitra. Then it is called Atma Charitra. It is conduct as the self, Atma Charitra.
Dada dice, ver...
Yeah, carry on. You carry on. I'll be right with you.
Es ver y conocer con mayúsculas qué es lo que sucede dentro, y no hay nada más, no hay nada más afuera. Eso es todo. Entonces es ver y conocer continuamente. Eso es Atma Charitra del ser.
I'm with you, Beta. So okay, so then you can come with me to mini golf with the boys later. You sure? It's difficult. Okay. Have you lock it up? So, but I didn't want to. If you want to come to the beach, then I'll wait for you. You'll just enjoy yourself. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay, sorry about that. Shuddha has a home full of guests and they're all going to the beach.
Pide perdón porque tiene la casa llena de invitados que se van a la playa ahora.
All right, so and said, Dad, do you want to come to the beach? And I said, no. I love what I'm doing here, so you go and enjoy.
Yo amo hacer lo que estoy haciendo acá, así que ustedes vayan y disfruten, les dice.
It's a spring break here, you see, so everybody from the cold north is coming to Florida.
Yeah. Ahora hace calor acá en Florida, entonces todas las personas del norte que está frío vienen a Florida.
Yeah, so the continuous. You know, it, excuse me, what? Oops. And so the continuous process of knowing, of saying first and then saying knowing. We are separating the saying knowing, you see. But the continuous process of saying knowing what is going on inside, which is continuous since the Gnanvidi, but when it is actively seen and known, when it is actively being seen and known, that is Atma Charitra. Fantastic. You see, the Dadashri is given. That is called Atma Charitra. When there is an active seeing and knowing of what is going on inside, what's happening to the mind, what's happening to the words, what's happening to the air going in and out of the body, what is happening to the chit, what's happening to the intellect. That's, you know, that's called Atma Charitra. This is conduct as the self. It's conduct as the self.
El continuo proceso primero de ver y de conocer lo que sucede activamente, este ver y conocer es lo que se llama Atmacharitra. ¿Qué es lo que está sucediendo en la mente? ¿Qué sucede con las palabras? ¿Cómo sucede la respiración? ¿Qué sucede en el chit? ¿Qué sucede en el intelecto? Esto es Atma Charitra, la conducta del ser.
And so the questioner now asks, Dada, does this have to be does this have to be uninterrupted, continuous? And does it have to be continuous? Like the iguazu, it never dries up, you see. You know, if the water dries up higher up, then nothing will fall. No. Yeah, so it just does this have to be continuous? The Dadashri says, yes, it should be continuous. It should be continuous. So, yes, it should be continuous.
Le preguntan a Dada, ¿esto tiene que ser continuo? Como las cataratas del Iguazú, que nunca se secarán. ¿Tiene que ser continuo? Siempre, sí.
Yeah, you see, nothing else. I'm just completing the previous sentence. Yeah. And when it is, it's important definition. So let me just give you the exactness of the sentence. Atmacharitra. This is just this is important sentence, okay? You know, Charitra, worldly Charitra means I am a respectable person in this town, you know. I'm not going to put up any kind of nonsense. I never tell a lie. You know, I'm fair, etc., etc. You know, I am in time. You know, I don't cheat. All of those things, such things have cracks in it. You know, there's just external shows of a human being. There is no truly perfect human being in this world in 2023. You see. It's worldly Charitra. It is dependent on circumstances, you see. It is dependent on circumstances. As long as people are not bothering you with guns and with threats, your conduct will remain or your conduct will remain good, you see. When
Yes.
when the robbers come to your home with guns, you see, then everything just breaks down. You see, that is worldly Charitra. You see, and then there is this magnificent Charitra that is the silent one that is going on within each one of us and has begun within you and I now. The ability to see and to know what is happening inside. That is Atma Charitra. That seeing and knowing has begun, and when that seeing and knowing becomes continuous, then it's the end. It's just, that's the end.
Yes. Dice Dada que el Charitra mundano es, yo soy respetable, no digo mentiras, soy puntual, no engaño, y todas estas son muestras externas de la conducta. Y Dada dice que no hay seres perfectos, seres humanos perfectos, y esto es en este mundo, en el 2023, todo depende de las circunstancias. Si todo está bien y no hay armas y amenazas, entonces tu conducta será buena. Ahora, si aparece alguien que te amenaza con armas, se rompe esta conducta. Y solamente el silencioso charitra o conducta comienza cuando vemos y observamos qué sucede dentro. Y cuando podemos estar continuamente viendo y conociendo qué es lo que está adentro, entonces llegamos al final.
Right, so then the questioners, the questioners then now says, what if something, in other words, this seeing and knowing should this knowing and seeing continue no matter what happens? What happens? No matter what happens, should the knowing and seeing continue? And the other says, if the knowing and seeing is continuous, like just water going over the high cliffs of rocks, just water going, it's a continuous. So you don't see the stone below. If they gossip, you don't see the land below. You just see water, right? So what if something else, it has to flow continuously like that, rather it has to be continuous only. Rather, she says, if anything happens in this continuous seeing, or if something else comes in the seeing and the knowing, then it is called Charitra Moha.
Yes. Le preguntan a Dada, ¿qué pasa si en el ver y conocer continuamente, no importa lo que suceda, es como el agua de los manantiales, solo ves el agua, no ves las piedras y no ves tampoco ves la tierra, solo ves el agua. Entonces, ¿qué pasa si sucede algo? Entonces Dada dice, si algo sucede, además de lo que estás viendo y observando, entonces es Charitra Moha.
Conduct and discharge, you see.
Conducta en descarga.
Yeah. What an amazing answer of Dada. Reflect upon reflect upon this, my friends. You know, he doesn't say that is moha. No matter, so, you know, in all of us now, after the Gnan Vidhi, the seeing and the knowing has begun. And if something else comes in the seeing and the knowing, and say Fabi gets up and does something, or Patricia gets up and says something, all right? That is conduct in discharge. It is discharging moha. It is it's that which was, in other words, as soon as that is over, we are such that we continue to see what is happening, you see. Right? You know, like, you know, you may go and say, okay, wait a minute, you know, if you say Damian is sitting here in satsang with us, and he has been seeing and knowing what is happening. Seeing and knowing what is happening. You see? And also the listening is happening, the translation is happening in English. You see, all of this is happening. He's seeing all of this, seeing fingers are moving. He's seeing the Dada's words are being received. You see, all of this is happening. Now he might just all of a sudden stand up and go to the kitchen where he wants some more hot coffee, you see. And he will go and come back. All right, now so he continues to see that now Damian is gotten up and he's going and filling the hot coffee, right? But if in the process he says, wait a minute, all of you guys, you know, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. And it may take some time. Now that is the break in the knowing and seeing. You see it, and now he says, now that is Charitra Moha comes in, right? That seeing and knowing does not remain. He could have gone, continue to see and know. Okay, he sees now that he doesn't like this coffee that is now become warm. You know, it's not so, it's cold now, nice. So he gets up and goes, you see. See the difference? It's the Charitra Moha is the interruption. It is due to Charitra Moha that the seeing and knowing does not remain continuous. See? The seeing and knowing does not remain continuous.
Yes. Esto, Dada dice, si algo sucede, si sucede algo más, entonces es una conducta de descarga, Charitra Moha. Entonces, no dice que es moja, es cuando estamos, el ver, el observar, el ver y conocer ya comenzó para todos nosotros en el Nanvidi. Y si Fabiano o Patricia dicen algo, eso es una conducta de descarga. Entonces, tan pronto, por ejemplo, tan pronto termine, seguimos con el observador y el conocedor de lo que sucede. Por ejemplo, Damian está viendo y conociendo todo lo que sucede, escucha, traduce, está tipeando la traducción, podemos ver sus dedos que están moviéndose, está recibiendo las palabras de Dada y de repente se levanta para buscar café, va y viene y continúa viendo. Entonces, en este proceso, dice, bueno, que va a buscar café, dice 1 minuto y es como que rompe esto de estar viendo y observando, ¿no? Y eso es Charitra Moha. O dice, este café está frío. Entonces interrumpe el ser y el ver y no permanece continuamente. Pero después continúa.
So then the questioner is asking, so if he remains the seer knower or knower seer, gnata means knower, gnata, and seer means drashta. So if he remains the knower seer for that much time, Dadashri says, then there is nothing. There's nothing. There is nothing. It's all zero when you just see and know. You see? Dada, is there, questioner says, that much time, during that much time, there is no Charitra Moha? And Dadashri says, that much time when you spend in seeing and knowing, there is no Charitra Moha, there is no illusion. There is no discharging of the illusory conduct. There is no discharge there, is there? If you remain the knower and seer of what Pavi is doing or what Luz is doing, there is nothing. This is nothing. This is very profound satsang that's going on with Dada. Just understand.
Si permaneces en el observador, conocedor, en Gnata Drashta, Gnata es el conocedor y Drashta es el observador, y lo mantienes durante tiempo, no hay nada más, cero, nada más. Y cuando el observador conocedor en ese tiempo, durante ese tiempo no hay Charitra Moha, no hay ilusión, no hay descarga de conducta ilusoria. Y esto es muy profundo.
So then the questioner asks, so is that then the conduct as the self? Is that Charitra? Is that Atma Charitra, Dada? And Dadashri says, that is Atma Charitra.
Entonces le preguntan, Dada, la conducta del ser es alma charitra, y Dada dice, eso es Atma Charitra.
Yes, no. Atma Charitra, the conduct as a self, means there is nothing there. There is nothing. It means there is everything that is happening to Harman inside here, or to Luz, but there is nothing. See? There is the seer and the knower. You see?
Yes. No, Charitra, el Atma Charitra es la conducta del ser y no hay nada más, nada más. Pueden pasar cosas dentro, pero es nada, solo el conocedor y el observador.
Yeah. Two magnificent headings. And we are all going in this direction. See, we are all going where slowly but surely all of this noise of the world is left behind. I mean, the analogy is like you're in a space capsule that is going away from this world, you see. There is no sound anymore. And you see, this is happening to all of us. This is happening to all of us.
Yes. Estas oraciones son de Dada son magníficos y todos vamos vamos lenta pero seguro en este mundo, ¿no? Que tiene tanto ruido, pero es como que nos vamos alejando. Es como una cápsula espacial que se aleja del mundo, donde no hay sonidos. Y esto está sucediendo, y está sucediendo para todos.
Yeah. And now it comes to enter in Charitra Moha now. You see, so the ama, the knowing seeing element, the self, continues to see and know what is happening inside. Now the next heading is Charitra Moha. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yes, the last sentence. Ahora entramos, vemos Charitra Moha. El ser es un elemento que continúa viendo y conociendo qué es lo que sucede adentro. Y ahora vamos al próximo título. Yes, Shuddha.
And then, and there is the ama, and then there is this Patricia complex, Shuddha complex, and in that there is still the dying, discharging illusory conduct. You see, dying, discharging illusory conduct called conduct under illusion. Conduct under the illusion of last life. Last life, this conduct was programmed in this life. It is now there in front of us all. And the conduct in illusion, conduct under illusion, the conduct under illusion is the one in which there is interference, you see. The interference is in that which is been programmed. The interference is never in the Amapura. The interference is right now in here, in this one that you recognize as Damian or Fabianis. So Charitra Moha, Dakhal, Dakhal and Dakhal. There are two words. Dakho means to interfere. Dakho means, let me see. Dakho means this is running fine. It's just doing its thing, but you drop it in this, Now that's Dakho. And then because this is there, this everything around will say, get out, get out, don't do this to me, get out. So it's interference and interference reactions, you see. This Dakhal, you see. Yeah, Charitra.
el alma tiene, el alma pura tiene, el alma tiene el complejo, y está el complejo de Patricia, el complejo de Shuddha, y, 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 y está la conducta, y lo que está sucediendo es la conducta bajo la ilusión, que esto fue programado en la vida pasada. La conducta bajo la ilusión es donde existe la interferencia que fue programada. Y la interferencia sucede en Fabiana, sucede en Damian, y, y hay una palabra que es Dakho, que es interferencia. Dakho es interferencia y reacción, reaccionar a la interferencia.
Yeah, these are two important sentences coming for us. Dadashri says, if one understands this Charitra Moha, then it's more than enough. After that, you don't need to know anything more. Because you do not understand this Charitra Moha, this conduct under illusion, this conduct under illusion of past life that is now still going on in this file 1, because you do not understand this conduct under illusion, there is so much fighting, so much fighting. Are you coming? No, I'm not coming. Why are you not coming? Well, I don't want to come. Oh, you always say this, you never come, now, all of those things as now you have to hear, right? Somebody says, you promised that you were going to come. Well, now I don't feel like coming right now. Can we make it some other time? No, you're always like this. You see, so now all of these things, all of these things is Dakhal. But you see, Dakhal means it is happening in this non-self complex that has been created. It is visible to the world as Luz Maria, Shuddha, Fabiana, Anila, etc. See, it's visible to the world.
Son dos importantes oraciones, ¿no? Y dice que si realmente entendiéramos Charitra Moha, no haría falta absolutamente nada más. Esta es la conducta bajo la ilusión del archivo 1, y que no la entendemos. Por eso es que peleamos. Por ejemplo, dice, bueno, ¿vienes? No, sí, no, bueno, lo hacemos la próxima vez. No, porque no vas a venir. Y no como todas estas discusiones. Y es el Dakhal, ¿no? Es el complejo del no ser, es el de Luz, el de Germán, el de Patricia, el de Fabiana. Esos son los complejos del no ser.
Yes, so Dadashri says, so the questioner now says, Dada, does it mean it's over if I understand Charitra Moha? Is it over then if I understand this Charitra Moha, this discharging conduct?
Entonces le preguntan a Dada, entonces quiere decir que si yo entiendo Charitra Moha, que es la conducta de descarga, ya está, es el fin.
A very interesting answer comes from Dada now. And look at it. Dadashri says, not like that, not like what you're saying. He said, if you understand Charitra Moha, then there won't be any Dakho. There won't be any interference. Would there be? You won't say, why is it happening like this? These kind of questions do not arise.
Yes. Nada dice que si entendiera Charitra Moha, no habría interferencias. ¿Por qué sucede esto así? ¿Por qué nos surgen? Y todo esto es la interferencia.
this would not happen. See, this would not happen. This is a very fundamental sentence of Dada. The moment you say, why is this happening to me? Boom. That is Dakho. That that is this. You see, this is Charitra Moha, conduct, discharging. This was meant, it comes and it would settle down. But now what you've done is, now it will not. And now that you just interfered by saying, why is this happening to me? You see, that would not happen.
Yes. Esto no sucedería. ¿Por qué me sucede esto? Eso es Dakho. Charitra Moha está descargando. Pero viene y se resuelve. Ahora, si interferimos en por qué me sucede esto, entonces no sucederá la descarga.
You see, so what happens is, what happens is that in here, this one, Potane, this one who has not become the Lord yet, you see, it feels as if it is, there is a temporary moh that arises, and the temporary illusion, extra illusion that arises, that says, in which the mind says, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And so there is a temporary illusion because, why? And so he says, why is this happening to me? Temporary illusion. It feels as if it's like real moh, but it is not real moh. You understand? That's what Dada is trying to say.
Please repeat me. It looks like
It looks so. Let me give you an exactness.
You said what is happening is potane, that is an temporary illusion, and it happens this. And when we ask, it happens to me. It's the temporary illusion. It seems
Temporarily,
like
because the mind temporarily comes under the illusion. You see.
Yes.
And comes under the illusion, feeling that it is happening under the illusion, feeling, and therefore the mind says, why is this happening to me? You see?
Yes. Thank you. Entonces dice que lo que sucede aquí es que estamos bajo una ilusión temporaria que sucede y nos preguntamos por qué me sucede a mí. Y esto es porque la mente está sintiendo y está en esta ilusión temporaria.
All right. Now, I will continue this, but because I am running out of battery in one of my the iPad that I'm looking at, let's take a 10-minute break and I will charge it up. Okay. All right.
Okay. Vamos a tomar un recreo de 10 minutos y volvemos. Thank you, Shuddha.
All right. Yeah. All right, so let us continue.
Yes.
The heading is the interference in Charitra Moha. And the heading allows us to focus on the learning point. What is it that we really need to understand? We began the chapter of Moha, the illusion, continues, and we know that the charge Moha, that illusion under which we were creating a new world and a new body for ourselves, our soul, myself, is gone. And now what remains is this illusion in conduct in which I behave as Shuddha, you behave as Anila, or Cecilia, or Marcela, or Fabiana, you see?
La interferencia en Charitra Moha es la ilusión, ¿no? Que sabemos, entendimos que se cargó en una vida pasada creando un nuevo cuerpo, una nueva vida. Esto ya se fue, pero sí lo que continúa es la ilusión en la conducta como Anila, como Patricia, como Cecilia.
Mm-hmm. So the questioner says, when one does Dakho, when one does Dakho, and I'm writing for you, Damian, and thank you. One CM for Charitra Moha. Okay, one does Dakho in Charitra Moha, then does it charge? Does it charge? Does it create new karma?
Cuando uno hace en Dakho, en Charitra Moha, entonces se carga nuevo karma.
She says with Dakho, interference, doing Dakho, let me give it in exactness, doing Dakho, interference, results in Dakhal, means interference reaction, right? Yes. So it will charge. No? That's what Dada says.
Con Dakho, interferencia, en realidad haciendo Dakho, que es la interferencia, resulta en Dakhal, que son las reacciones. Entonces, ¿carga Dada? Le pregunta.
Dadashri says, wherever there is any Dakho, Dakhal, Dakhal happens. Dakhal happens. You see, this is...
Dada dice, donde quiera que haya Dakho, Dakhal sucede.
She says, all this cinemas, all the cinema has to be seen. All the cinema has to be seen. It is Gneya, to be known, and we Mahatmas and Dada are Gnata, knowers, you see.
Dada dice, todos los cines tienen que ser vistos. Es Gneya, del conocedor, y ser Mahatmas. Dada dice, son gnatas, conocedores.
You know, if you're supposed to watch the cinema, but see, if you know, if there is a scene in the cinema that you do not like, if you take a baseball bat and you go over there and hit the screen, what will happen? You will break the screen, you see. And that is called, you will break it. And breaking the scene is called an interference in the movie that was supposed to be seen. You just broke it. Boom! I take a baseball bat and you just broke it.
Por ejemplo, vas al cine, están pasando una película que no te gusta y agarras un bate de béisbol, te levantas y rompes la pantalla. Y la pantalla no tiene que ser rota, y esa es la interferencia.
Interference, reaction, Dakhal in Charitra Moha, you see it? The others, you know, even the even the theater owners, you know, where the movie is running, will say, "Hey, what the hell? Why did you break our screen?" You see?
Entonces, el romper la pantalla es la reacción, es el Dakhal en Charitra Moha. Entonces, cuando rompes la pantalla, alguien dice, ¿qué pasa? ¿Por qué rompiste la pantalla?
Then the other, she says, then would you then know that that screen is made of wood? You know, in India, they have a screen, but that, you know, they paint it white. It's wood, you know, so it's solid, it doesn't move. And that's when they put and they project the movie on it. And the movie is going on. And when in the scene, the movie is going on, the movie has already been made and it is now going on. And, you know, you get in there and you hit it. Now, this is giving a very strong example of an interference reaction in the movie. You know, you got up, you took a baseball bat, and you hit this, you know, you're trying to hit the man or or the villain on the screen. What's gonna happen?
Dice, con esto de ir con bate de béisbol, ir a romper la pantalla. Entonces, Dada dirá, entonces sabrás que la pantalla es solo madera, ¿no? En India las pantallas son de madera blanca y ahí se proyectan las películas. Entonces tú rompes la pantalla, pero la película continúa. Y este es un fuerte ejemplo de la reacción en el cine. Es tratar de golpear al personaje de la película, al villano o al que sea.
So then Dadashi tells the man, tells the person who is asking the question, then what would you do? Would you not know that this screen is made of wood? It is lifeless. Made of wood means there is no life in it. You know? There is no life in it. In the same way, what you believe to be living in front of you, it's really not living. It's all Charitra Moha. It is a discharging illusion in conduct. these people, the only great thing is you know who you are in all of this. Soya Amapura, Eoso Amapura. And this is Damian, this is Marcella, this is Yaya. You said just. This is not something that can go away. I am this one is forever, and this is Charitra Moha. This is Charitra Moha. So Dada has given us a very detailed new understanding of interference and interference reaction. Dada said, if you break the screen, then that is called Dakhal. That means it is an interference reaction in what was running. The movie was running, and you came with this. You see? Oh, you came with this.
Yes.
Just you carry on, but excuse me, I need to go get another charger, okay? Because
Yes,
this
yes,
charger is
yes,
not
yes.
charging. Okay.
Da dice, ¿qué harías, qué harías tú, no? Si estás viendo esta película y vas y rompes la pantalla. La pantalla es de madera, la pantalla no tiene vida. Es lo mismo que lo que sucede frente a ti. No, no tiene vida, es una descarga de ilusión, es Charitra Moha. Y yo sé que soy alma pura. Y este es Damian, esta es Marcela, es Yaya. Y el ser verdadero no se puede ir, y ahí está Charitra Moha. Este es un detallado entendimiento de la interferencia y de la reacción. Dakho es la reacción en lo que sucedía. Y tú viniste con esto de romper la pantalla. Está cargando Shuddha algo y ahora viene.
Does everybody understand this? This is very, this is a very solid example of Dada.
¿Entendieron todos esto? Porque esto es un sólido ejemplo de Dada.
Not very sure. I am not very sure of understanding this.
Okay, Fabi.
Le digo que no estoy muy segura de entender. Because in this example, the movie is running, the cinema is running. I don't like it, and I am the one going to destroy the screen. And you said that is Dakhal.
That is
Which
what?
is Dakho there? Dakhal. You said that if I want to destroy the screen, that is the reaction of the interference. That is Dakhal.
Yeah, because
where is Dakho there?
The Dakho is you walking over.
Okay.
The Dakho is the happening inside you first, the mind, inside Fabi's mind. Why is this happening?
Okay.
You see?
Oh, okay.
And then it's in the mind. But now you take a baseball bat, and now it's the reaction of that Dakho. The first Dakho is it's just illusion. It feels as if it's happening to you.
Okay.
You know,
I will translate.
Yeah.
Le pregunté, no terminaba de entender esto de están pasando la película, como no me gusta la película, me levanto y rompo la pantalla. y eso es el Dakhal, era la interferencia, la reacción a la interferencia, y yo no terminaba de entender dónde está el Dakho, dónde está la interferencia misma primera a la cual luego reacciono. Y sucede en la mente. Es decir, es en el momento en el que digo no me gusta. Entonces ahí me levanto, voy y rompo en mi reacción.
You see
Thank you,
now,
Shuddha.
yeah, right. You see, or say you're sitting there, Patricia, in the theater, and there are 100 other people watching the same movie. You see now, as long as it's in your mind, going on, oh, and the mind is such that it will start identifying with the actress or the actor, whoever, or the little boy in the movie, to the point where you feel like, and you get so that is the involvement. Okay, the mind takes it as if it feels if it's happening to you. That's the first thing, but it remains in the mind. You see.
La primera cosa es, por ejemplo, me voy a un cine, estoy mirando una película y veo un niño, veo una mujer, y me siento involucrada, envuelta, identificada con eso que está sucediendo en la película.
It's all so far. It's at the level of the mind. You see.
Y todo está en el nivel de la mente.
And in the mind there is the emotions. So you're happy or you're sad. You see. No, it just remains within you. But then something happens. You see. And it happens all the time in Indian cinemas. The people who sit in the seat there, they will start clapping, or they'll say, hit him, the hero comes and starts hitting the villains. Hit, yeah, give him, so they join in the fight, right?
Todas estas, en lo que pues, estoy viendo la película y me siento identificada con un niño, con una madre o con cualquier personaje de la película. Y todo esto está sucediendo en la mente, y en la mente también están las emociones. Por ejemplo, en India están viendo la película y hay alguien y viene el héroe y se paran y dice, pégale, pégale, y como que todos quieren entrar también en esa pelea.
Then somebody who is quietly watching in the front of you, watching the movie, will turn around and say, shut up, you lady, shut up. And now, is that Dakho or is that Dakhal? You see?
Entonces, mientras que estás en el cine gritando porque te identificaste con el personaje, alguien adelante tuyo se va a dar vuelta y te va a decir, por favor, te va a decir, cállese señora. Y ahí, ¿qué es lo que va a suceder, no?
But you continue to incite, disturb the other people, shouting back and forth, then, then what happens is, now the interference has happened. But then you, and in the extreme example that you have given here, you take a baseball bat and you go to the screen and you break it, and so the movie has to stop now, right? Because the screen has been broken. And then,
Starts over again.
So then would you not know? This is a critical last sentence of Dada is, Dada says the owners will come and say, hey, why did you break our screen in the movie? You will have to pay for the repairs and this and that. But also, everybody will be so upset with you, the other people. And then what Dada says, what are you going to do? Would you not know that the screen is made of wood? Would you know that now? Because, would you not know that this is not real? Ultimately, would you not know that it's not real?
Entonces estás gritando ahí y comienzan las interferencias, ¿no? Porque alguien quiere escuchar la película, vos no te gusta la película, lo que está pasando, y vas y golpeas con el bate de béisbol, rompes la pantalla, los dueños del cine vienen y te dicen por qué rompiste la pantalla, y todos los demás también se enojan contigo porque no pueden seguir viendo la película. Y ella dice, pero ¿no sabes tú que la pantalla es de madera, que no es real?
Shuddha,
Yes.
when the Gnani was in Argentina, I drove the car. So between satsang and satsang, he was like in somewhere else. I thought at the beginning that he might be tired or he might be, I don't know, but that awareness is where he was, isn't it? This awareness, this understanding, this conduct, Atmacharitra.
Yes.
Germán está preguntando, perdón, Damián traducí.
No, yo le preguntaba que cuando el Gnani estuvo acá en Argentina, yo le manejé el auto y entre satsang y satsang, o cuando lo traje al aeropuerto, él estaba como, no preguntó nada, nunca habló nada, nunca hicimos ninguna pequeña conversación. Yo pensé al principio que estaría cansado o que estaría concentrado, pero ahora entiendo que es este Atma Charitra, que es ese alejamiento que dijo Ayuda en algún momento, que a medida que te acercas a la conducta como el ser, te vas alejando de las interferencias.
Yeah, and the answer is yes. He said yes, he's not required. The satsang is over. The lunch is not yet served. And so now he is in the free zone. Dada calls it the free zone, and he goes into the seeing and the knowing. You see, he sees what Deepak is seeing, the beautiful new places around Posada, Argentina, not Posada, but Iguazu. He sees what Deepak is seeing, and he knows, that's all. He sees what is happening inside. He just sees what is happening inside. He even sees probably some questions that were asked. And, that part is a little different if he starts seeing something specific about what that was the answer right or was that wrong, not 100% correct, etc. But if he just continues to see, then there is nothing. There is nothing, all right? And then he says, okay, then Damian says, okay, Pujya Deepak, by now please come out this way, or just please wait while I park it properly, So whatever, then he looks at you and, but otherwise, he does not engage. You think he's looking around, but generally he is in his own world. That is called being in your own world, and it's happening all the time. Every time he is in India in a car where all the two girls are and young dimpled, they're sitting. There is no conversation. There is nothing going on. Apparently, if there is any conversation, is something that is important. Shall we do it this way first, or shall we go there? And that's it. And again, he's back into his seeing and knowing, and that because most of his files are being handled by people around him. You see, so he can focus on just the satsang. What's the next satsang, or what's going on? That's all. Or he might, if he stops doing the seeing and the knowing, which is the pure Atmacharitra, then he he goes into doing the Vidhi for the Mahatmas in Argentina. This Mahatma, this Mahatma, whichever Mahatma, first has a problem, and then just for all the Mahatmas, you see. So that's what he does. When you're doing the Vidhi, you have to come out, because now you need Deepak to do the Vidhi. Amapura doesn't do the Vidhi. The awakened one does the Vidhi, you see. So either the Vidhi or to see and know what's going on. Again, when he's eating, he keeps on seeing what's there and what's happening. That's all. He's just in the seeing mode, you see. The eater is eating and he's simply seeing, and he might look around, but really he's not looking. He's, when you're chewing, you can chew with your eyes closed or you can chew with eyes open. All right? And that is what the Mahatmas have to appreciate, that look, he is in upayog, is in Shuddha upayog. Pure applied awareness means to see without judgment, without choice, without opinions, to see. And in that seeing is the Gnan, the knowledge, the knowing. Seeing and knowing are happening.
A la pregunta de Damian es sí. Si no hay satsang o si no hay algo para hacer o almorzar, no se requiere que esté hablando. Él está como en su zona de libertad, está en el ver y conocer y de lo que sucede dentro. Ve lo que Deepak está viendo en Iguazú y conociendo qué sucede dentro. Tal vez viendo si alguna pregunta estuvo bien o no. El ver y ve que no hay nada. Entonces por ahí le decís, Damián le dice, bueno, por favor, si quiere quedarse acá, yo voy a estacionar correctamente. Él está todo bien y se queda ahí y no se involucra, es como que está en su propio mundo. Y siempre es así, no existe una conversación, salvo que haya algo importante que decir o hacer. Todos los demás archivos lo manejan la gente que lo asiste. Si está en satsang, está en satsang, y si no, está en su puro Atmacharitra. Por ahí está haciendo Vidhi para los Mahatmas argentinos si tienen problemas primero y luego para todo el resto de los Mahatmas. El alma pura no hace Vidhi, es el que despertó el que hace Vidhi. Es estar en el modo del observador conocedor. Y por ahí lo ves y parece que están mirando, pero no. Si está masticando, no hace falta que tengas tus ojos abiertos para masticar. Y esto es lo que los Mahatmas aprecian de él, ¿no? Que no hay juicios y que está en Shuddha Upayog, que en su plena conciencia, pura conciencia aplicada, en el Nan de ser el observador y conocedor.
His deepest interest lie in seeing where the Gnan, what the knowledge of the Mahatma is through the questions that he hears from them. In other words, he has just had a satsang of 2 hours with Mahatmas of Argentina, asking questions, and from the questions and further questions, he becomes aware of the level of this Mahatma. Where is this Mahatma with the Gnan of Dada, the Akram Vignan of Dada? He is not interested in the Charitra Moha of the Mahatma. The discharging Charitra Moha of any Mahatma, whether it's a Mahatma from India or in England or in Brazil, he's not interested in that. He just is. He's interested in is where is your Gnan? At what level is your understanding? You see, and that is something that he focuses on much more. Of course, now it has become like so much programmed. Oh, the Gnani is eating. Oh, the Gnani is taking a walk, you see. Oh, the Gnani is out now. Take a look. Well, if you are a Mahatma, you're supposed to take the maximum benefit of Agna 5 with him, you see. That in satsang is where it happens, where there is this free ability to talk to him, you see. Not take the iPhone and say, oh, see this, this or my this who is here, again, you're getting into my part, I'm not saying it's wrong. You need to understand that it is all Charitra Moha, your conduct under illusion. Illusory conduct of file 1. You need to know what is going on inside you. You need to be able to see what is going on inside you. That is the highest upayog. And the Gnani's presence has got that energy for you to see what is happening inside you, sitting in satsang, and at the same time taking something out of any question that is asked in your language, in Spanish, to the Gnani, you see. Let's see what comes out,
Yes. El profundo interés del Gnani es poder ver cuál es el nivel de entendimiento y conocimiento de los Mahatmas. Y él lo puede ver por el nivel de preguntas que hacen. Entonces, ahí puede ver dónde está el entendimiento, dónde está su Gnan. No le interesa para nada la descarga de Charitra Moha, no es de su interés. Sí se enfoca en el nivel del Gnan de sus Mahatmas. Y hay personas que dicen, oh, el Gnani está caminando, o el Gnani está comiendo. Tu Mahatma se supone que el máximo beneficio en satsang es estar con él y no estar con el iPhone, porque eso tiene que ver con mi parte. Eso no dice Shuddha que eso esté mal. Es solamente que tienes que entender que eso es Charitra Moha, es una ilusión en la conducta del archivo 1. Tienes que entender lo que sucede dentro tuyo. El Gnani ve qué sucede dentro tuyo, ¿no? Y qué tienes para llevarte allí. Y es hacer las preguntas que tienes que hacer en su presencia, y ver qué es lo que sale.
Yeah, and I'm just writing down what I just said. You see, part of it, I don't want to make it in anything wrong. It's perfectly all right for a human being to go and say, please, please bless my family, oh Gnani, And the Gnanis, will do this, Gnani takes a picture of the iPhone and yes, and the Gnani is saying the pure soul in that little one, or your son or your daughter who is not here with you. But that's what you're supposed to see, pure soul in your son and daughter. You're showing something that you cannot see. You say, oh, my daughter, my son. Well, so that is the clarification there. Understand Charitra Moha, understand this illusion. Some woman just in front of you keeps Gnani engaged for 5 minutes, talking. Well, that's her Charitra Moha. She, already 2 hours of beautiful satsang has happened, but you still want to go and complain or, talk about your troubles. What can you, Gnani, do? You're right. I mean, that much time is taken away from others who could come and do the darshan. It's okay if there are only 100, 200 people, but when there are 2,000 of you, or 3,000 in, say, in Guru Purnima, 4,000, now it's an opportunity for you to really see what's going on inside you, and you see what is happening inside everyone, but don't it's difficult to see what's happening out in the other person, but there is this whole universe that you can see just by looking inside, looking within. Whole universe, beautiful universe. Beautiful, why? Because there is beauty. It has to, in saying the cinema. And not taking a baseball bat. No, you don't want to take the baseball bat.
Dice, está bien que cuando vas a ver al Nadini le llevamos fotos, le pedimos que bendiga las fotos, que bendiga a nuestra familia, hijos, sacamos el teléfono y le mostramos a la familia. Y él ve el alma pura de la familia. Y esto es lo que se supone que nosotros también tenemos que ver a nuestra familia, a nuestros hijos, a hijas, amigos, de toda la gente, es ver el alma pura. Y esta es la clarificación, ¿no? Entender la ilusión. Entonces imaginemos que alguna mujer se para frente a Damian y le habla y le habla y le habla. Y son 2 horas, ¿no? Que le habla. Y está el satsang también. Entonces es hacer el darshan, ¿no? Puede ser, ahora hay una oportunidad de ir al Guru Purnima y también es una oportunidad para poder ver qué pasa dentro de mí. Tal vez es más difícil ver qué le pasa dentro al otro, ¿no? Y también estamos en este bello universo.
Yeah.
Y que no llevemos el bate de béisbol, que estemos claros, que es como el cine.
Yeah. So, anybody else want to say anything about this?
¿Alguien más quiere decir algo de esto? Preguntar.
It is a natural process, it is a natural process to really kind of heal. That's we have all kinds of reactions when you are around a Gnani. That is the discharge more of file 1. You see? And there may be another meeting going on in this big hotel where, you know, there are another 1,000 people, but now there the president is coming, you see. And in that booth, what is happening outside is Charitra Moha. Even this in front of in the room, Mahatma room, as well as in there, the only real thing is invisible. The real thing is invisible. In that other room, the kashayas are happening with more anger, pride mostly, pride, you know, and greed, all of these things, you see. Why do I want to be around the president? You know, maybe my business, you know, I can get something done for my business, you see.
Yes.
And, you know, and the campaign finance, money, you know, with money you can buy the president, you see. And with money, the president thinks I can buy an election. And which is what just happened in America. Everyone is waking up and saying, wow, this man became president by buying his election. He bought the election. For 4 years, he was a president with his money. You see, he bought it. You see, so everything is buy and sell in this world. My friends, we have come out of this illusion as the self. Soyama Pura. I'm the pure one.
Este es un proceso natural que llena toda clase de las relaciones. Con el Gnani, ¿no? Hay una descarga de Moha del archivo 1. Y entonces esto es cuando estamos y después también donde está el Gnani, en el mismo hotel, por ahí hay otras reuniones y viene un presidente. Y lo que sucede es Charitra Moha. Los Mahatmas podemos ver esto. Y lo real es invisible. Y en la sala donde está el presidente, ahí están todos los kashais, sobre todo el orgullo y la codicia. Es saber si consigo algo bueno para mi negocio, a ver si con el dinero puedo comprar al presidente para que me haga favores. El presidente piensa que con este dinero va a comprar su próxima presidencia, y todo es sobre compra y venta en este mundo. Y nosotros estamos fuera de esa ilusión. Somos alma pura y yo soy el ser puro.
Yeah, the Gnani's presence is special because the Gnani is the only one who has gone through all of this and has now moved into the realm, as our dear Damian says, of Atma Charitra. He has gone higher, you see, and he is an Atma Charitra. And when he's not in Atma Charitra, he's doing something for the world, doing the vidhis. And when he's not doing either, he is in satsang, you see. So is unique in that respect. You see, absolutely unique in that respect. And the most amazing thing is that the presence of such a one makes it possible for others to awaken to this magnificent reality of the self. Soyama Pura, you are not Damian, you are not Gabriel, you are not Gabriella, you're not Cecilia, you're not this. You are the emperor of your own world. You are the emperor, you are the queen of your own world. You are not meant to suffer the pains of this world. See?
Yes. Lo maravilloso de la presencia del Gnani, lo especial de estar con él, es que él salió, como decía Damian, ¿no? Como que él salió de este nivel y se fue mucho más elevado al Atma Charitra. Y él está en Atma Charitra, o está en Vidhi, o está en Satsang. Y es único al respecto. Y lo más maravilloso es que puede dar, te puede dar la separación de que seas el alma pura, que no seas ni Damián, ni Gabriela, ni Cecilia, porque no eres eso. Eres el emperador o la reina de tu vida en tu mundo, y no es necesario pasar por el sufrimiento del mundo.
¿Shuddha?
Yes, Gabriela.
Shuddha, perdón, es que no puedo encender la cámara, pero necesito hacer una pregunta. Si al final todo significa, o sea, la interferencia finalmente es la identificación con el archivo 1, con la película. Si yo hiciera lo mismo que hizo ese personaje que en algún momento lo mencionaste tú en un satsang, del que había contratado un alien para que le estuviera siempre recordando quién era. Si uno hiciera eso, que no va a ser una persona, pero podría ser algún mecanismo de recuerdo. Obviamente que junto con el estar en los 5 agnas, pero eso es algo que se puede hacer. ¿Ah? ¿Cómo? Una app, claro, una app, obvio, que me diga, acuérdate que eres alma pura, eres alma pura, eres alma pura, y que estuviera ahí como una radio en mi oreja todo el tiempo recordándomelo. Me ayudaría a adelantar en esa conciencia.
Gaby's question is about to be involved in file 1, like the person in the movie who broke the screen, and it would be good for her if she has for example, an app in her iPhone that says to her every 15 minutes, remember her, your alma pura, your alma pura, your alma pura, and also to be in the 5 agnas.
Okay, so, okay.
Es muy básica la pregunta, pero
yeah,
bueno.
it's you know, if 2 weeks ago you were married in the church by the padre, a lot of people were there, everybody had a wonderful time, everybody danced, you look lovely, everything was beautiful. Do you keep on dancing in the streets even now, saying, oh, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married, you know, wow, I'm married, you see?
Por ejemplo, si 2 semanas atrás te hubieras casado con una hermosa fiesta, un sacerdote te casabas, estabas feliz, hermosa, todos bailando, vos ahora seguirías bailando diciendo, "Oh, me casé, me casé, me casé".
No.
Yeah, no, right. So the self,
Definitivamente
it's
no.
natural. It's natural to know that you're now married. In the same way, the marriage, that ceremony that our Gnani Purush has made for each one of us with our ama is something that is natural now, and it's eternal, and it cannot be ever forgotten. So it is not happening to you. Even if Gabi were to take the baseball bat and go break the screen, you see, it is Gabi who broke the screen, not you.
Yes.
You get to know. Gabi gets to know that it was a false screen. It was made of wood, but you already know everything that happened to Gabi and to others. See, and so you don't need any reminders, my dear. Dada has given us enough reminders. Reminders when somebody says, stupid Gabi, then now you already know that that other person is innocent, flawless, and you can see the discharging illusory conduct of Gabi. Gabi might bless you, my friend, or Gabi might even say bless you, or Gabi may become upset. Both happening to file one, both happening to Gabi, not to you, the pure one, it's not happening to you. Yes, my dear?
Yes.
Por ejemplo, esto es lo que sucede en forma natural. Es el casamiento que el Gnani hizo con nuestra alma pura, que es natural y eterna. Y es inolvidable ese momento. Entonces, aunque Gaby se le vaya al cine y rompa la pantalla, tú no la rompiste, la rompió Gaby. Tú ves y sabes, y no necesitas recordatorios. Alguien puede venir y puede insultarte, y tú ves a la otra persona inocente, libre de faltas, pero tampoco te están insultando a ti.
Yeah, I mean, there's there is this, the regret and the joy both are part of Gabi. Yours is the absolute balanced view of the Lord. You see, yours and mine is the perfectly balanced view, vitrag view of the Lord, Eva so vitrag, I'm pure, I'm the vitrag, I am the bliss, I am in my eternal blissful state. I'm far removed from interference and interference reactions, you see. The interference and the interference reactions do not touch me. So all of this are happening. You see, the greatest interference is to believe that this is happening to me, That is gone. That is gone. It's not happening to me. It's happening to Kimochi, it's happening to Damian, it's happening to Shuddha, So the greatest interference is, any sense of, now we can't say this is happening to me. Even if you say in front of the Gnani, oh, I did this and we did this and we Mahatmas in Argentina have done this, you already kind of know. It's the evidence which come together and fall into place. You see, the evidence is coming together and to fall into place to receive the Gnani,
Yes. La alegría o el arrepentimiento, todo tiene que ver con Gaby. Vos estás en el eterno estado de dicha, sin interferir, ni la interferencia, la interferencia y ni interferir te toca. La mayor ilusión es creer que esto me sucede a mí, y le sucede a Kimochi, a Damian o a Shuddha. Es el sentido de creer que hicimos esto, aquello, y no es así. Son las evidencias que se juntan y vienen para recibir al Gnani.
And it's important to kind of be aware that the Gnani is coming to Argentina, to the Spanish world, to wake up new ones from the suffering. That's number one. That's the most important priority. The second is to be with his family of Mahatmas. That is second, not the first. You see, he's not coming to be with you as his priority. He is coming to for the new ones. You see. Okay, Vishuddhatma Bhagavan.
La primero, el Gnani viene a Argentina o viene al mundo de habla hispana para despertar del sufrimiento, viene por los nuevos. Y segundo, para estar con la familia. Pero primero y lo más importante, viene por los nuevos.
To be with you or to be away from you, is evidence-based, is based on circumstances. Whereas to wake up the other human being is an absolutely unique happening that is special for the new one, and in which the Gnani's role is being fulfilled,
Yes. Para el Gnani, el despertar de las personas es lo más importante, es lo único, es lo más maravilloso. Y ese es el rol que llena el Gnani.
Yes, Damian, that's an excellent request. And I think this will be the project for me. Especially if I'm not running around, going from one country to the other. It will be a beautiful project. I appreciate that.
We need to learn this Dadamani by heart, I think, because it summarizes everything.
Yeah. This is the heart of Niruma, and that is, it's happen. It's going to happen. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So Vishuddhatma Bhagavan. A time to say until we meet again, until we meet again. And thank you, my dear Damian, and also Patricia, for this magnificent satsang, and all of you for being present to make it magnificent.
Thank you, Shuddha. Thank you.
Gracias, Shuddha.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, Sachidan, Marcela, and everyone, all of you here, Gonzalo, Carlos, Claudia, and a couple of other Mahatmas on the phone. Yes. Yeah. And
Yes, Sachidanand. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Sachidanand.
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand. Have a wonderful time. Yeah, Jai Sachidanand. Cecilia and Bruno and everyone. Huh? Jai Sachidanand.